Hey everybody, Johnny B. Good here. Welcome to the state of Illinois. Traveling right now on the Chicago Skyway. I am your host, Johnny B. Good. Right now it is 6:43 p.m. Temperature according to Blue is 62 degrees. We are traveling on Interstate 90, which is the Chicago Skyway. Over there on your far right is downtown Chicago. I don't know if you guys could see that yet or not. You guys, if ever you guys travel through here, watch out your speed. It's 35 miles an hour through here. And Smokey Bear really do watch over your speed here. In fact, they care so much they'll watch it for you. Actually, it's 45 here, and then it becomes 35. Kind of misspoke on that one. Right now it's 45, but wait for it, it will turn to 35. All right, right now we are exactly 130 miles to Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. Estimated travel time is 2 hours and 27 minutes. That is without the Chicago traffic jam. So right here is 35, and we have 4 hours and 20 minutes available to drive. So chances are we're gonna make it. The problem with this, there's always been a problem with this delivery, is every time I deliver to this place, it's always 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and there's no place to park. They won't let you park inside the yard, and there's no truck stops around there. So the closest truck stop is somewhere around south of Milwaukee, right? Now here's the problem. If I was going to park my truck at a Petro there in Oak Creek or the Flying J and do my 10-hour break, then I'd be late to deliver my 3 a.m. appointment. So I have no choice. By the way, welcome to the Chicago Skyway. So I have no choice but to go and be within 3 miles of this place. The problem with that is, well, there are no legal truck parking you can find. There is a Quick Trip, which I will show you later, that they do kind of allow trucks to park there, but it's kind of optional because there's a sign that says no parking. And yet I have been there many times, and I've even asked the local police there if I could park, and yeah, you can, but yet there's a sign that says no truck parking. And how do I know when are they really going to enforce that, that sign? One of these days they're gonna have to, they might enforce it, they might not. So it's kind of a gamble that way. And yet here you are, you have no choice. I don't rest easy at night sleeping in my truck when I know I'm not legally parked or properly parked. I rest a lot easier, sleep a lot better, knowing I am within my right. I am in the right to park somewhere legally, properly, straight. Kind of weird, right? It's been raining on and off for the last 15-20 miles. Look at all the trailers, all the trailers and intermodals and containers. That's a lot of equipment. I wonder where JB is headed for. He's getting off at the 59th Street. Looks like he's a local too, so he must know his way around here quite a bit. And 42 traffic deaths in Illinois so far. Man, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of mourning, a lot of crying, a lot of coffins. believe it or not, the speed limit here, last one I saw was, I think it 45, right? Yeah, 45 right here. This is nice. The flow of traffic is incredibly beautiful. Hey, Body Man, you mentioned, or you said that the Jews or Muslims don't believe in Jesus Christ, and not, so they don't go to heaven. Well, in Christianity, yes, not to knock in anyone other's religion, but let's just talk about Christianity for a minute. That is true. But the Bible also says that when a child dies, as long as that child is below the age of knowledge, below the age of maturity, of knowing good and evil, and is responsible for her or his action, that child is, by the grace of God, goes to heaven. Just like, if your logic says because that child did not believe in Jesus Christ, he wouldn't go to heaven, that's pretty hard to swallow. Like, an infant has no belief. Surely you can't say, I'm not trying to single you out about it, man. I'm kind of using you as a subject, I suppose. Nothing personal. When an infant dies, it's hard to swallow that child does not go to heaven, because it is she or he doesn't believe in the Lord that we pray to. So and the Bible states that. The Bible does clearly say that children do go to heaven. But it doesn't have the category of what age that child is. There is no magic word or age, say if a child is this age or that, it also covers the mentally people who are incapable of thinking. The handicaps, mentally handicapped. So I still do strongly believe that that child that died is in the arms of the Father. And not all, not all Muslims. Hey, let me ask this question. If you're a Muslim, does that mean you're a Muslim because you believe in Islam, or you're a Muslim because you're, how do I say this? Kind of like you're an American because you were born here, you lived here. Or kind of losing it. But all I'm saying is not every Jew out there is a Jew in religion. There are Jewish people that are, there are Jewish people that are Christians, but then the question is, are they Jew because of Judaism, or when a Jew believes in Christianity, he is no longer a Jew but an Israeli? So what makes a Muslim or a Jew a Jew? Is it because of their religion, or because that's what their race is? Let's see, most Palestinians are Muslims, right? As I said earlier, I don't want to involve myself in the politics of things because, man, that's a very heated topic and a very complicated one at that. Neither I have the capacity to explain it, solve it, or give any intelligent opinion in it. And as far as the traffic goes, yeah, kind of spoke too soon, right? For those of you who are not familiar, that big black long tower up there, that is called the Willis Tower, better known as the Sears Tower. It used to be the tallest building in the world. Whether it is still or not, I don't know. I have not been up there in many years. So, welcome to downtown Chicago. Downtown as downtown blue could ever possibly be. I wish I could drive blue to Wacker Street or Madison, no, not Madison. Yeah, Madison Avenue, or no, not Madison, Michigan. Let's see, Wacker, Lake, Ohio, Michigan. All those big downtown metropolitan high pollutant streets and avenues. Many years ago, I've delivered to a hotel here in downtown Chicago. I don't remember what I delivered, but I delivered to a basement in a hotel called the Berghoff Hotel, something like that. As I remember delivering to this place, they had their own brewery in the basement, and oh man, I was a young man then, and I have never seen a brewery before. And anyway, the guy goes, and I was curious, like, so this is how you guys make beer? I say, yep. So you want to taste them? I said, no. And he says, well, he gets a tiny little cup. He says, go ahead and just taste it. I took half a swallow, and I tell you what, it was the best tasting beer I've ever had. It was nice and cold. It was fresh. And I'm always bound to go back to that hotel and you know, get a real drink. I never did. I tell you, it was the best tasting beer I've had. Now, I'm not a whole lot of beer drinker, but so the question is there a difference between fresh brewed beer than the kind that you buy at the store? If my memory serves me right, it was the Berghoff Hotel. I don't know if that's, don't know if how to pronounce it or at least how to spell it. So, but it was to that somehow. All right, we have now 114 more miles to Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. Oconomowoc is spelled O-C-O-N-O-M-O-W-O-C, I think. Some weird Indian name, I think. We'll catch you guys later. Once again, thank you for traveling with Johnny B. Good Adventures and Travels. We'll catch you later. Peace.